Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Keller Field for today's game between the Augustana Vikings and your Carthage College Firebirds. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Vikings, number 2, Grant Rutger. Number 3, Nick Dispenza. Number 7, Justin Corniss. Number 8, Matt Tinker. Number 11, Chris Plants. Number 12, Marcio Cruz. Number 24, Eric Anderson. Number 25, Sander Shoik. Number 26, Colin Mendoza. Number 37, Nico Regano. And number 38, Saleh Athla. The head coach of Augustana is Mick Reagan. And now, the starting lineups for your Carthage Firebirds. In goal, number 0, Christian Letke. Number 3, Mason McCaw. Number 10, Danny Aloiza. Number 12, Matt Darbro. Number 7, Cesar Resendez. Number 19, Mickey Riley. Number 20, Nick Renfro. Number 21, Aiden Crowder. Number 22, Conrad Bolster. Number 27, Omar Cardova. And number 30, Colin Iverson. The head coach of Carthage is Steve Doman. Fans, at this time, we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
It's a picture-perfect Sunday afternoon here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Welcome to Art Keller Field for this exhibition between the Augustana Vikings and the hometown Carthage Firebirds. David Korzeniowski here with you on this picture-perfect Sunday afternoon in Kenosha. You get a look at the hometown Firebirds kneeling pregame. Go through the starters for the Firebirds quickly. Goalkeeper will be Christian Leckie, Mason McCaw, Danny Aloza, Matt Darbo, Cesar Resendez, Mickey Riley, Nick Renfro, Aiden Crowder, Conrad Bolster, Omar Cordova, and Colin Iverson will be the starting 11 for Carthage. PA announcer Sam Boyle just announcing the starting lineups for both teams. Remember, this 2021 spring season, a bit modified, mostly exhibitions so far for both teams. This game will not count as a official result in the CCIW, but a good opportunity for both teams to get out, get some conference action, get those legs loose and play on a sunny, partly cloudy Sunday afternoon in Wisconsin. Whistle blows and we are underway. Augustana with the first touch, and it's quickly taken away by Carthage. Moving his way through was Omar Cordova. Great job for Carthage to start things off, and then a whistle against the Firebirds. Carthage wearing their hometown whites with red lettering and red shorts. Augustana in their road black and blue tops with the yellow lettering. Goalkeeper for the Augustana side will be Nico Regano. He wears number 37 from South Elgin, Illinois. Other starters for Augustana: Grant Reuter, Nicholas Dispenza, Colin Mendoza, Justin Cornish, Matt Tinker, Chris Plants, Mauricio Cruz, Eric Anderson. Thanks for joining us here on Sunday afternoon. Augustana now has their first chance of the game. Justin Cornish working his way through. Into the attacking third, it's Grant Reuter. And it's taken away by the Firebirds. Nice touch by Cesar Resendez to move it to the outside. We have a whistle from the near line judge, and it goes against Augustana. Call was against Mauricio Cruz. Cruz, the sophomore from Santa Telca, El Salvador. And now Carthage will send it upfield. Carthage's most recent game was supposed to be against Elmhurst this past week. It was going to be on the road, but it was postponed. So the last time that the Firebirds were in action was at home on March 31st against North Park. Augustana on the other side played against Milliken on the last day of March. They were on the road. A scrimmage as well. Free kick from far out. Nice boot off of the leg of Danny Aloza, but just a little bit too far for the lunging header. About 2 minutes into the first half, goal kick coming for Augustana. Augustana and Carthage were neck and neck in the CCIW back in 2019. That was the last full completed season in the conference. Both teams were 3-4-1 in the CCIW. Augustana with a slightly better winning percentage. They finished 6-7-2 overall. Carthage was 8-10-2. Headed back at midfield. Augustana gets ahead on it, but now it's Carthage who has it. Augustana quickly takes it away. Salah Aglaf, one of the co-captains on this Augustana team. He's a senior midfielder, played in 13 games back in 2019, had 4 goals and 4 assists. Goes out of bounds off of Carthage, so a throw-in coming for the Vikings. Grant Reuter will take it, and instead he'll pass it back to Mauricio Cruz. Cruz to Matt Tinker. Tinker pressured by Aloza. One of the great returners on this Firebirds team. He had 5 starts in 2019. Played nearly 800 minutes. Sun beating down here in Kenosha. Google says it's just about 50 degrees. It feels a lot warmer than that. Slight breeze coming off of Lake Michigan. Just behind this beautiful stadium here at Art Keller Field. Carthage men's volleyball winning the CCIW tournament final last night against the same opponent, Augustana. Faced off in the tournament final. Augustana was the 3 seed, Carthage the 1 seed. Firebirds still a perfect 20-0 there. See if men's soccer can get a win in this scrimmage. Remember, not an official result going into the scorebook, just an exhibition for both teams. Colin Iverson, one of the defensemen, sophomore, 6'5", 200, moves it up the near side. A little bit too far, and it goes all the way into the waiting gloves of Nico Regano. Regano didn't play at all in 2019. He's just a sophomore, so a bit of a disjointed start on campus after the 2020 season was completely canceled, and 2021 has been all scrimmages. Headed back and forth at midfield. Here's Mickey Riley. His older brother Kevin is also on the team, who is a senior. Kevin notched up 1 goal in 2019. Mickey is a newcomer, so younger brother joins the Carthage team. Their older brother Shane also played for Carthage. He has since graduated and left the program. Not many chances for either teams in the first 5 minutes. Still in the early goings here in half number 1. Mason McCaw moving all the way out of your frame for this throw-in. He's probably going to try to run up to the sideline and get as much power on the throw-in as he can. McCaw, the freshman from Oswego, Illinois, headed off of an Augustana back and towards Regano. Looks like it went out of bounds off Augustana, and this should set up the first corner of the afternoon for the Firebirds. Denny Aloza will take it from Palatine, Illinois. Played a full 100 minutes against Wheaton College back in 2019 on October 30th. He'll take this boot with the right foot. White jerseys sprinting in towards net, gets to the back. McCaw has it now. McCaw moving up. McCaw fighting for it. Augustana gets it out of dodge for the time being. Conrad Bolster was there for Carthage, but too far and past the far sideline. Augustana now with the throw-in of their own. Led by Coach Mick Reagan, who's in his 6th season. Overall record at Augustana of 22-57-6. On the other side, Steve Doman in his 26th season for Carthage. He has been a staple here on Carthage's campus since his graduation from Carthage College in 1993. Carthage with the best chance so far on the corner. Couldn't convert though. Went a bit through the heads and streaking bodies towards Nika Regano in goal. Carthage now takes it away again. Omar Cordova is there, one of the freshman defenders. Stands at 6 foot 155 from Round Lake Beach, Illinois. Odd man rush for Carthage. Some nifty footwork by Cordova. Sends it in and a goal! Mickey Riley finds the back of the net to give Carthage a 1-0 lead. Whole team fired up after that goal from Mickey Riley. We just talked about his 2 older brothers, Kevin, who's a senior, and Shane, who graduated the program.
Firebirds goal, scored by number 19, Mickey Riley.
Mickey Riley, all conference and Chicagoland All-State, went to Libertyville High School. Sister Hannah competes in track and field at the University of Illinois, Chicago, right in downtown Chi. 7 minutes gone. Carthage with the 1-0 lead thanks to the goal from Mickey Riley. Now a throw in for Carthage. They struck first. Clock continues to tick down here. Carthage lets their presence be known early here at home. This is a Carthage team that's very young, 16 freshmen and 8 sophomores compared to 7 upperclassmen on Steve Doman's team, just 3 juniors and 4 seniors. Program seems to be in good hands though, as Mickey Riley, the freshman, with the 1 goal so far today. Booted all the way back up to the midfield. Fighting for it was Aiden Crowder. Nice battle to keep the possession for Carthage. Also worth noting the assist on the Mickey Riley goal coming from Omar Cordova, who was streaking up the far side, went off of his right foot, and a beautiful cross in front to the head of Mickey Riley. McCaw will take another throw in. This is how they worked to set up that corner kick just a few minutes ago. McCaw plants that left foot, gets it all the way in. Still loose in the box. Spinning around, shot, and Regano makes the save. Great chance for Aiden Crowder. Freshman forward, stands at 6 foot 165. Went off of his left foot there, but Regano was ready. First save of the afternoon for Regano after letting the goal behind him. Here's Salah Aglaf, one of the co-captains on this team. From Casablanca, Morocco. 30 shots last year, 2 game-winning goals, and just about 1,200 minutes for Augustana. Head coach Mick Reagan definitely happy to have him back on campus, as Danny Aloyza sends it back to the far side. Here's Matt Darbo. Darbo got 3 starts in 2019, played 281 minutes. Mickey Riley streaking his way through. Wanted goal number 2. Ton of energy from the young freshman. Throw in here for Carthage. It's been all Carthage in the first 10 minutes, already found 1 goal. Throw into the box, jumping up. like Conrad Bolster was ready for it. And it'll set up a corner now off of an Augustana head last. This is on the opposite side from the first corner. Cesar Resendez will take it from Naperville, Illinois. Three-time IHSA 3A state champion. IHSA for the Illinois High School Association. Resendez raises his right hand. Flicks it in with his right foot, headed, but a little bit high. Great chance for Carthage. Sprinting all the way back is Colin Iverson, who was on the doorstep. Used that big 6'5" frame to get a head on it. Just sent it a bit high over the crossbar. Carthage with a few shots and a goal so far. They already have 2 corners. Augustana has not been able to sustain much offensive pressure at all so far this afternoon. Whistle goes against the Firebirds. That was Mickey Riley, the guilty party. Here come the Vikings from the back line. Headed back by Carthage. Nicholas Dispenza there. Here's Agloff. Some nifty footwork. Tried to send it into the box, but missed his teammate. Long shot, and the first save of the afternoon from Christian Leckie. Leckie, the 5'10", 160 goalkeeper from Medina, Illinois, went to Lake Park High School. Had 43 saves back in 2019. Carthage now slowing down the pace a little bit with that 1-goal lead. Mickey Riley on the assist from Omar Cordova. Back to the far side, just in front of the Carthage bench, which was so happy to see Riley find the back of the net. Renfro, all the way up to Resendez. Hard collision there. Resendez still down. He got tied up with Grant Reuter from Augustana. Resendez still on the turf right now. Head referee comes over. Chris Plants for Augustana helps Resendez up. Free kick now for the Firebirds. Just about 5 yards outside the 18, 3-man wall for Augustana lines up in front of Danny Eloza. Eloza tried to bend it in himself. Looked like he wanted top left corner. Curled it a little bit too tightly. Eloza really primed to be one of the leaders on this team after playing in 14 games in 2019. He had 5 starts. No points, but he's a senior now, has a ton of experience. Now in his final season with Steve Doman and the Carthage Firebirds. Nick Renfro stops and starts. Runs over that big red C at midfield. Here comes Cordova. Cordova streaking up the far side. We've seen him been able to run up and down the flank on the right side. Had that beautiful feed with the right foot to Mickey Riley. McCaw will now throw in from the opposite side. McCaw waits for his teammates to get set inside the box. Throws it in. Jumping up. Carthage still with a chance, headed, but a whistle against the Firebirds. Carthage offense has looked great so far this afternoon. Defense as well, limiting the Augustana chances. Seems like most of the action has been on the left half of the field, facing out from the press box here at Art Keller. Conrad Bolster sends it to the back line, working up to the midfield. McCaw. Back to Bolster. Resendez now. Mickey Riley taken away by Agloff for Augustana. Agloff falls down, perhaps a little bit of an acting job from the senior for the Vikings. Gets the whistle though. Matthias Bidgary with the throw in. Riley sends it to the back line. It's like a 3-4-3 that Carthage is in. 3 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 3 forwards. But Carthage really able to bring those bodies up and get a lot in the box. early. Headed back by Colin Iverson in a race with Chris Plants. He wins the race but sends it off of the foot of Grant Reuter. Can Augustana get something going? It's quickly taken away. 15 minutes gone in the first half, 1-0 here at Art Keller Field on this Sunday afternoon. David Korzeniowski, as well as the rest of our Carthage team with you. Scrimmage here in early April between Augustana and Carthage. Carthage's last action was against North Park on March 31st. The same day, Augustana played at Milliken. Just a 7-game scrimmage spring schedule for Augustana. Carthage able to get a handful more games in. Currently have 17 on the docket for this spring. Still have not registered an official result, though, in the conference. This is a scrimmage as well. Winners in the CCIW in 2019 were North Park. They had a 6-1-1 record, 16-5-2 overall. These two teams on the field today were tied for 6th toward the bottom third of the conference. Bid Gary. Back up to Carthage. Chris Plants applying some pressure. Christian Lecky's had an easy day in goals so far, just one save for the sophomore. Riley, the goal scorer with the assist from Omar Cordova. Plays catch with Iverson. Iverson sends it over to the right side now. McCaw working his way through. Tries to find Renfro. McCaw waits for it. Nice patience. Stops and starts trying to enter the 18. Still has it. Moves over to his right foot. He's tripped up. Call a foul against Carthage. Good chance for the Firebirds. Justin Cornus doing a good job sealing off the Carthage forward to draw the foul. Fight at midfield, and again Cornus draws another foul, this time from Cordova. Called Cordova's name a lot so far today. He's from Round Lake Beach, Illinois. Went to Grays Lake North High School, 3-time all-conference selection. Playing defense, but really that right back position, he's been able to get up the field quickly on that right side. Augustana has a free kick from about the 40-yard line here. You're going by the football field measurements. McCaw, beautiful feed up ahead. Chance, right-footed strike and a save by Ringano. It's like Aiden Crowder who is in there. Mickey Riley again on the doorstep, just a little bit too far in front of him. Ringano falls on it. Aiden Crowder with the first chance. Mickey Riley with another one on the doorstep right in front of the sophomore goalkeeper for Augustana. Crowder, who is streaking up the field with nobody in front of him. He is a freshman as well, 6'1", 165. Went to New Trier High School. Rated the Player of the Year by 22nd Century Media his senior season. Augustana boots it out of bounds, so another throw in for Carthage here. Back and forth Carthage goes. They send it to the back line. Matt Darbo into an Augustana player. Looking for a feed. Way too far in front. They were trying to find Justin Cornus. Cornus from Huntley, Illinois. 5'10", 145 forward for the Vikings. Back here to Carthage. Danny Aloiza outside for Resendez. Resendez got tangled up earlier in this game, was down on the turf for about a minute. Seems to be fine now, though. Riley, 3 black jerseys around him. And again, the passing from Augustana just been a little bit sloppy. They can't seem to connect many passes for a sustained possession. Regano far out of the goal. Sends it over to the near side, nearly intercepted by Mason McCaw. That would have been a sure goal. Regano getting the nod over the freshman goalkeeper, Jason Miller. And Leckie on the Carthage side gets the start over Lucas Sucker. Out of bounds on Carthage. Firebirds bench didn't like it, as Mauricio Cruz will walk over for the throw-in. Cruz softly in front of him to Reuter. Reuter had 15 starts in 2019 with 1 assist, played in just over 1,400 minutes 2 seasons ago. Resendez will now throw in for Carthage. Resendez played his club soccer with Galaxy SC. Now works it over to Eloisa to the outside. Nick Renfro. Crowder again in on the mix. And they force it out off of Augustana. Carthage again. Cordova to Riley. Riley back to Eloisa. Eloisa plays midfield. The offense really runs through him, getting their way up into the attacking third. Cordova's now on the outside. He'll tap it back. Here's Eloisa again, trying to move it over to the left. Eloisa gets some space from Agloff in front of him. Misfires on the pass, and Augustana takes it away. Bid Gary. Resendez again. Yellow lines mark the boundaries of the soccer field here, in case you're trying to follow at home. Cross too far off the boot of Mickey Riley. Sent Conrad Bolster sprinting for it, but it goes out past the end line for a goal kick. Regano will slow things down. He's got a defender right in front of him. Puts it on the corner of the 7-yard box. Outside for the Vikings. Can they get something going here as we're about halfway through half number 1? It's been all Carthage. 2 corners for the Firebirds and a goal coming off of the head of Mickey Riley. The freshman Riley brother. 3 years younger than Kevin Riley. Oldest brother Shane graduating the program as well. Iverson for Riley. Can he get to the sideline? Who is it off of last? They say Augustana. Went off of Cruz. Riley will throw it in a deep throw towards that front left corner. McCaw will take it. McCaw's been their throw-in man. McCaw. Header, double header, and it's over the crossbar. Great chance for Carthage. Went off of Iverson and one more head before it popped over the bar. And Nico Regano. Regano again slows it down. Augustana been in their defensive third for a majority of this game, have not been able to apply much pressure. Just 1 save for Christian Leckie on the Carthage side. Resendez missed his head. Eloisa comes up with it and wins a battle against 2 Augustana midfielders. Riley to the outside. Sub for Carthage forces a corner. That's Trevor Molitor. Molitor, the freshman, 6'1", 150 from Omro, Wisconsin. Runner-up for Conference Player of the Year his senior season. And Eloisa will take the corner now. Eloisa from the near corner. Raises his right hand and boots it in. Going for the back. Off of a head, off of a foot. And past the end line. Carthage not letting up corner number 3 of the first half. 0 for 3 on corners, though, are the Firebirds. Looks like Molitor was the first one to get his head on it. Headed it backwards to a waiting teammate, just couldn't quite finish the play. Goal kick now for Augustana, and again it goes right to Carthage. Augustana can just not find their teammates so far in half number 1. Aloyza to Riley. Riley will send it to the back line over for Matt Darbo. Darbo to Iverson. Iverson from Naperville, Illinois. 2018 Chicagoland Player of the Year. A lot of players obviously from Illinois and Wisconsin, as the CCIW stands for the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. Augustana will now get a chance with a deep throw in towards the attacking third. Can they make the most of it here with 19 minutes left in the first half? If you're just joining us, Mickey Riley is the goal scorer off of an assist from a teammate. I believe it was Omar Cordova, but it might have been Aiden Crowder, the forward. Augustana moves it in, headed and high off of Aglaf. Aglaf frustrated. Best chance for Augustana so far today. Goes well over the crossbar and Christian Leckie in goal. Leckie just 5'10", modest frame for a goalkeeper compared to Lucas Sucker, the other goalkeeper for Carthage, who has an inch on him. He's 5'11", 145. Riley now at midfield. Again, swarmed by black jerseys, but Carthage has been able to keep the ball away from the Vikings all afternoon long. Darbo working his way up to the midfield. A couple substitutions coming in for Carthage we'll keep our eyes on. Noah Smedja just had it at midfield. Smedja, the sophomore forward and midfielder from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Riley stops and starts. Nifty footwork. Cross into the box. Aloyza tries to take it away. Augustana still has it, though. Matt Tinker moves it back for the Vikings. Here's a chance for Plants. Chris Plants tracked down behind by Mickey Riley. Carthage on their heels. And white jerseys are in there. Leckie corrals it. Chris Plants was on his own. Had 4 white jerseys running stride for stride with him and eventually wasn't able to get a shot off. Renfro to the outside. Cruz applies some pressure and forces another throw in on the near side. Handful of fans here today at Art Keller Field. All masked and socially distant. Watching the Firebirds on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Compared to the rain that we had late in the evening yesterday, woke up this morning, sun was out, rolling clouds now working through here in Kenosha, but warm weather and spring is well on the way. Aglaf tried some nifty footwork, tried to pass it behind the back to himself. Goes off of Molitor last, and Augustana will throw it in. Aglaf pushed from behind by Nick Renfro, didn't like the call. Just in front of the press box here. Augustana can tie this thing up. On this play here, Cruz will try a free kick from about the 35 on the football field, looking for Aglaf. Carthage, can they save a corner? No, too far. Went past the end line, they say. Colin Iverson did his best to save it, but Augustana will get their first corner of the afternoon. Can the Vikings convert here? Christian Leckie and the Carthage defense communicating right now. Here comes Augustana. Tinker will take the corner into the box. Off of a Carthage head, couldn't find a teammate. It was Nick Renfro there for the Firebirds. Carthage has numbers the other way. Here's Smeja up the near side. Tied up by Cruz at first. Smeja still has it. He enters the 18. Back behind. Footwork from Riley. Looked for a cross from Eloisa off of Augustana, and another corner coming for the Firebirds now. 15 minutes left in half number 1 on this Sunday scrimmage. Resendez will take it. They like Eloisa on the corners to the left of goal, and Resendez on the corners to the right of goal, if you're facing the goalkeeper, that is. Resendez will take it here. Boots it with the left foot. High spin. Moves in off of Augustana first. Aglaf was the first one there. Smeja tries to take it away. And another throw in for Carthage. For a sec, looked like that might have gone right of the corner pole. Would have set up another corner kick. Instead, it's a deep throw in. Hands it off to Eloisa. Eloisa will throw it in. Eloisa and Carthage trying to double the lead here. Resendez works to his right. Tries a feed inside, booted back by the Vikings. Reuter. Pinball right now at midfield. And Giovanni Guadarrama, fresh off the bench, checks in and makes some contact at midfield. Now Molitor will throw it in for the Firebirds. Just about that one chance for Augustana. They had a corner a few minutes ago, could not convert. There's a big pass in front. Oh, just high. What a great chance from Colin Iverson. High looping cross that came into the box, and Iverson got a good angle on it, sent Regano jumping, but just went over the crossbar and on the top of the goal. Regano. Guadarrama pressuring for Augustana and turns it over. Eloisa now on the far side. Eloisa with some space in front of him. Faked across, moving his way in, into the 18 now. Mickey Riley back to Eloisa. Eloisa stops and starts. Moves back to the edge, turns around, booted in front. Riley, what a save by the defenseman. And they call it a goal. They say it crossed the goal line. Augustana can't believe it. Looks like Eric Anderson was in there with Nico Regano on the end line, but they say that it found the back of the net. So Riley has 2 goals now this afternoon. Augustana sends it back again. Carthage now up 2-0 thanks to Mickey Riley. 12 minutes left in the first half. First looked like a clean save, headed away by the defenseman. Line judge on the far side, though, said that it crossed the end line and was a goal. Strong boot from Iverson. He's had a great first half. Here comes Riley again. Riley. All the way to Molitor on the near side. Cruz is there to take it away. Battle in the corner now. Cruz. Who's it off of last? The refs say Molitor. Cruz sends it back to Regano in goal. Carthage up 2-0 with 11:30 left in half number 1. Mickey Riley, the goal scorer both times. Had a header, then a near defensive save by Augustana that went past the goal line. Cordova now. Carthage still with a majority of the possession here in the first half, not letting up with about 10 minutes left in half number 1. Aloyza works his way through. Smedja now. Riley. Chip shot in front for Aloyza. One hops to Regano, who collides with Aloyza. Regano quickly up and boots it back to midfield. And again, Carthage the first one there. Iverson to Guadarrama, back to Leckie in goal. With the clouds that have come in, temperature has dropped a bit here in Kenosha. Start to feel that brisk nip in the air. Handful of fans brought blankets. Smart move by them. 10:30 left in the first half. Guadarrama stops and starts. Steve Doman has to be happy in his 26th season. 269 wins and a .591 winning percentage in his career here in Kenosha. 5-time Conference Coach of the Year as well, most recently back in 2018. That was the same year that they won the conference tournament. Resendez to Aloyza. Aloyza with Aglaf in front of him. Aloyza now to the outside. Cordova. Renfro. Cordova. Riley now. The hero so far in half number 1 with 2 goals. Mickey Riley following in his brother's footsteps. Kevin was a transfer from the University of Dayton. Had 2 goals in his first season here in Kenosha against Dallas Christian. Finished that year with 4 goals. Has been awesome ever since. Swartz pressuring Leckie. Can't get there though. Leckie sure-handed and rolls it over to Darbo. Under 10 minutes left now in half number 1. Art Keller Field here in a spring exhibition. Remember, this does not count for a CCIW result. Just a chance for both teams to get out and in action in this strange 2021 season. Smedja working over to Aloyza. Aloyza, nice leading pass to the far side. Cross in front. Chance goes wasted though. Couldn't find someone on the receiving end. Nice slide by Molitor to set up another throw in for Carthage. Cornice can't believe it. He thought it went on off of Molitor last. Thought it was Augustana ball. And now it is as Aglaf takes it away from Riley. Cruz working up the near side. Up ahead for Grant Reuter, and again Iverson is there. Augustana will have a throw in just outside of the 18. Remember, they had a corner kick earlier in this half. Other than that though, chances few and far between for the Vikings. Mauricio Cruz, El Salvador native, waits for the throw in and sends it to Reuter. Grant Reuter off of Molitor. Molitor a substitute in this first half. He's been all over the field since checking in. Aglaf has Renfro in front of him, and Molitor now has it again. Guadarrama, can he save it? Yes, keeps it in on the far side. Guadarrama gets a big boot on it. And Gary sends it back to Regano. Reuter looking for Swartz. Those two have been really upfield, but have not been able to find the back of the net. Plant's a midfielder. Reuter a midfielder as well. They've been showing off the speed and the odd man rushes, but Carthage's defense has been more sure-handed. Cruz now. Slows it down. Over to Nicholas Dispenza. Haven't called his name a lot. Midfielder from Geneva, Illinois. Started in 6 games back in 2019. Played nearly 900 minutes. Darbo. Darbo against Plants. And it goes out off of Darbo to set up another Augustana throw-in. Alex Sandev on the receiving end. He just checked in. Chance for Aglaf on the doorstep. Iverson does a great job to get ahead on it first. Molitor. Bid Gary back to Augustana. Iverson again stands up the cross. Molitor fighting against Reuter. And Reuter wins the battle. Another throw in for Augustana here on the near side. Kerr is a graduate of Colegio Augusto Walte in El Salvador. Aglaf will take the throw in. One of the co-captains on last year's Augustana team, combined with Sander Sauerhag. Haven't seen him yet, the senior defender who did not start in today's contest. Aglaf will take the free kick. A few yards outside of the 18. Molitor is the one man in front of him. Handful of blue and black jerseys on the far side of the 18. Can Augustana put one on the board before the end of the first half? This is a great chance to do it. Salah Aglaf. Soft right-footed chip, heading in front. Goes astray. Resendez was there for Carthage. Slide tackle by Guadarrama. Earned some applause from his teammates, but another throw in for Augustana. Great effort from number 2 in white. Giovanni Guadarrama played at Glenbrook South High School, just outside of Chicago. Streaking chance in front, one hopper for Plants, but he wasn't there. Leckie throws it out to Molitor. Molitor chip shot in front of Reuter. Molitor will throw it in. Resendez slows it down over for Nick Renfro. Arnold Arevalo has checked in as well. Senior defender wears number 4. He and Molitor tangled up with Aglaf on the near side. And a whistle against Carthage. Matthias Big-Gary sends it back to Jacob Eisenberg. Eisenberg and Bid-Gary, 25 and 26, manning that back line for Augustana. Chip shot by Renfro over to the far side and over towards head coach Steve Doman for Carthage. Renfro surrounded by black jerseys. Arevalo in on the mix as well, as we are 3 minutes away from the end of the first half. 2-0 Carthage the score. Mickey Riley the goal scorer on both. Looked for a home run lead for Trevor Molitor. Molitor was running stride for stride with Mauricio Cruz entering the attacking third. They'll send it all the way back to Leckie in the box. Leckie over to his left side to Iverson, who's been great in this first half, really making it tough on those Augustana forwards to get anything going. Vikings have found a little bit of momentum here late in the first half, though. They had some deep throw-ins and a great chance on a free kick from Aglaf on the near side of the 18. Shot and a save by Leckie. Off of the foot of Matt Tinker. Leckie with another big save. He's pitching a shutout so far in this first half. Leckie will slow it down. No need to put the foot on the gas pedal here with under 2 minutes left. Half number 1 in this Sunday scrimmage has been all Carthage. Vikings move back left to right. Tinker, who had a great chance just a moment ago, gives it away. Carthage up to the midfield. Brendan Baugrid from Racine, Wisconsin, checking in at midfield as well. And another throw in for Carthage. Cordova sends it just in front of him inside the 18. Big boot to the midfield looking for Aloyza, but a turnover. Plants. For Reuter in front. Resendez tripped up just outside of the 18. No whistle. Play continues. Sandev stops and starts in front of Iverson. Sent the pass too far in, and Cordova sends it over to the Carthage bench. Under 1 minute left now in half number one. 2-0 the score in favor of the hometown Firebirds. Mickey Riley, the freshman, with both goals. Lecky swings it over to Resendez now. The bounds, Molitor couldn't get there first. Turnover for Carthage. Mauricio Cruz. Maybe one more chance for Augustana. Resendez boots it all the way back out of bounds, and another throw-in. Good Gary for Aglaf. Resendez is there. Foul on Resendez as he had his arm all the way around Resendez's neck, and that'll do it for the first half. Molitor will just let the clock run out. First half score, 2-0 in favor of the Carthage Firebirds. Mickey Riley with both goals. Christian Lecky pitching a shutout in goals so far. We'll step aside briefly for halftime. Carthage leading Augustana 2-0. Moments away from the start of the second half. Carthage leading Augustana 2-0 thanks to 2 goals from the freshman Mickey Riley. Run you through some stats from the first half quickly. Carthage really dominating on the stat sheet. 8 shots to Augustana's 3. 2 saves for each goalkeeper. 4 corners for Carthage to just 1 for Augustana. And the possession time, 61% for Carthage to just 39 for Augustana. The assist was from Aiden Crowder. Initially thought it might have been Omar Cordova, but it was number 21 in white who had the feed on the first goal. Second goal was unassisted. Crowder also has 3 shots. That leads any player on the field so far today. Goalkeeper switch for Augustana. Frankie Bow comes in. Stands at 6 foot 185 from Chicago, Illinois, went to Loyola Academy. He comes in for Nico Regano, started in the first half. Regano led up the 2 goals. Christian Lecky on the other side for Carthage. Still in there, has been pitching a shutout with just 2 saves in the first half. Carthage will start off with possession here in half number 2. Whistle blows and we are underway. Quickly booted up ahead by Nick Renfro. Thanks for joining us here on this Sunday afternoon. It's cooled down since the first touch. Cloud cover rolling in over Kenosha, blocking out the sun, bringing the temperature down to the high 40s and low 50s. Carthage again, dominating the possession so far to start. Nice slide tackle by Sander Sauerhag. On the roster sheet, he's listed as number 5 in blue. He wears number 25 today, manning that back line. He's a co-captain with Salah Aglaf. Carthage gets the whistle and possession. Aloyza works it back to Matt Darbo. Darbo nearly turned it over. Plants pressuring again, but sent up ahead no problem by Lecky in goal. Augustana, can they make some halftime adjustments and try to close the gap to just 1? I have to think it has to probably start on the defensive end, as Carthage has been able to move up the field at ease, getting over 2 times as many shots as Augustana in the first half. And Augustana as well, just trying to connect passes better in the midfield to try to move up to that attacking third. Carthage has done a great job of forcing turnovers and really dominating possession time. McCaw pushed from behind and he draws a whistle on Nicholas Dispensa for Augustana. Dispensa is the junior for Augustana, went to Geneva High School, 5'8", 155. He had 4 shots against Carthage when these 2 teams played back on November 2nd in 2019. Feels like ages ago, given all that we've gone through in the past year and a half. lot of departures on this Augustana team as Lecky boots it well out of bounds into the opposing bleachers. Augustana lost their leading goal scorer last season, Matt Allen. He scored 5 goals, 3 game-winning goals. And Jeremy Klaber, maybe the most notable departure. He averaged 5.23 saves per game, second all-time in Augustana history. Had 9 career shutouts as well. In 2019, had a 1.66 goals against average. He leaves the program having graduated, now leaving a spot for someone like Nico Regano or Frankie Bao to step up and take. Regano got the start in the first half, Bao here in the second. Augustana has possession. Anderson throws it in to Aglaff. Aglaff spinning around into the body of Mickey Riley. 2-time goal scorer today, has been the difference in the game. Scored 1 unassisted and 1 with the assist from Aiden Crowder. Riley, a beautiful feed up ahead, shot, and goal! Aiden Crowder finds the back of the net. Carthage moves up 3-0. Aiden Crowder led all players in the first half with 3 shots. Was not able to find the back of the net until just now. A beautiful feed from Mickey Riley, who now has 4 points on the day. Excuse me, 5 points with the 2 goals and the 1 assist. Crowder has added a goal and an assist of his own, so really the Crowder and Riley show on the offensive end for Steve Doman's squad. Augustana now in a deeper hole. 3-0 is the score. Dispensa, pressured from behind by Cordova. Cruz off of the body of a leaping Mickey Riley, who's been a pest all over the field, making it tough on the Vikings. Riley slows it down, sends it to the back line. Resendez, back to Riley, back to Resendez. They play catch, and Resendez up to midfield. Carthage losing a handful of goal scorers from the 2019 team as well. Team leader Jerry Patino had 8 goals in the 2019 season. He has since graduated, and Ivan Esquivel and Mateo Costa, each with 4 goals apiece in 2019. They've graduated, so a lot of moving parts for Carthage and Augustana. 2 new teams out here, as it's been almost 2 years since these 2 teams have played a regular season game. For a moment, it thought that this game might be an official contest, but getting word this morning that it was indeed an exhibition. Carthage and Augustana have yet to play a CCIW scored and recorded contest this season. Bao sends it over to Anderson. Anderson, a Norway native, played in 3 games back in 2019. Just 60 minutes, though. Bolster works his way in, and Dispensa over to Justin Cornice. Cornice outside, intercepted by Renfro, no problem. Renfro works his way in, and sticking out his foot was number 21 for Augustana. That's Matthias Bidgari. Anderson getting some direction from one of the co-captains, Aglaff, who's getting a little bit more frustrated throughout this game. Can't blame him. It's been a tough go of it today for Augustana. Carthage with a 3-0 lead. 2 goals from Mickey Riley and 1 here in the second half from Aiden Crowder. Eisenberg, big boot to the far side. Bruder trots it back to midfield. Bidgari. Cruz now hounded by those forwards for Carthage, and they send it all the way back to Bow and goal. Reuter. Taken away by Mickey Riley. Riley up ahead, looks for Mason McCaw. McCaw on the far sideline with Cruz in front of him. Stops and starts. Feed into the box for a streaking forward. It was Conrad Bolster who couldn't quite get ahead on it. Just a couple feet in front of him, but had a great chance on goal. Bow fields the bouncing ball. Did you get a look at Augustana? Jacob Eisenberg working his way through. Now at the midfield, plants over to Aglaf. Aglaf, nice pass in front for Cornish. Cornish had Lecky balance checking for a moment, but able to stay up on his feet, grab that ball inside the goal box. Resendez over to his right. Carthage just looking to cross some T's and dot some I's here in the exhibition. These contests, without the pressure of an official game, great chances for teams to work on their communication, some plays, offensive and defensive developments, and just try to fine-tune these teams as they get set to resume CCIW play again soon. McCaw now has it for a throw-in on the far side. Same side as his bench and head coach Steve Doman. McCaw.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'll need some energy again somewhere, you know. Hey, coming in! At least I cleaned my house out.
McCaw, the throw-in. Looks for Iverson on the doorstep, just over his leaping head. Riley almost kept it alive for the Firebirds, but Mauricio Cruz over to Cornish. Nice passing by Augustana here. Can they keep the possession going? Chip shot up ahead from Anderson. He was trying to find Plants. And Carthage, again, quickly takes it away. That's been the story of this game. McCaw. Aloyza. Feed to the outside to Mickey Riley. Riley stops and starts outside the 18, moves in on Cruz. Back up to the top. Aloyza over to his right. Renfro tees one up, too high. Renfro, another great chance for Carthage. Just about 10 minutes gone in half number 2. 3-0 your score here at Art Keller Field on Sunday afternoon.
Like, what's going on? I wasn't even hungry, and now I'm like, now I have to barbecue. So good. You know, like, where is that coming from?
Bow with the goal kick. Gets it to about midfield and quickly taken away by Carthage again. Crowder, the most recent goal scorer, off of the feed from Mickey Riley. Nice slide tackle from Bolster to tie things up. And it goes off of Eisenberg, the last. Carthage has possession. Aloyza to Riley, looking for Crowder again. Augustana steps in though. Iverson on the back line to Resendez. Resendez back to Iverson. Riley frustrated with himself as he let it leak past the near sideline. Augustana takes over. Anderson now with it. Aglaf, 2018 CCIW second team. Works his way in on the white jerseys. Tees one up and wide and high as well. Aglaf tried to do it himself. Cut this deficit to 2. Couldn't bring it down though, and it sailed high. Lecky for Cordova. Cordova back to Renfro to Cordova. Cordova, all area by the Daily Herald in his hometown of Round Lake Beach 2 times in high school. Also a 2-time all-section honorable mention. Graduate of Grayslake North High School. Seen him all 60 minutes or so. Cordova has been starting since the beginning of this game back at 3 p.m. Central Time. Nifty footwork again from Carthage. Molitor tries to track it down, but Sauerhag is there. Sauerhag, another Norway native. Not even going to try to pronounce where he went to high school. Too many consonants in that one. Sander Sauerhag, though, one of the co-captains with Aglaf. 6'4", 195 defenseman who had 1 goal in 2019. It came against Illinois Wesleyan back on October 16th of 2019. Throw in for McCaw. Iverson heads it backwards. Carthage still with a chance. Renfro tries to shiver a body. Molitor can't keep it alive for the Firebirds, so they'll circle back to midfield. Aloyza has it. Solid chance again for Carthage. Chip shot is gloved down by Bow, who quickly goal kicks it. A little bit too high, didn't get the distance he wanted on it though, and Aloyza back to Renfro. Aloyza again. Aloyza. Sealed off by Sauerhag. Aglaf. See that control that he has. All-conference second team a few years ago. Darbo. Can he save the corner? It's right in front of the pole right now. Pressured by 2 blue jerseys from behind. Goes out on the sideline, so should be a throw-in, not a corner, for Anderson. Great shot. Far out, though, from Bid Gary, and Lecky gloves it down. Lecky, steady Eddie in goals so far today. He's pitching a shutout so far. Had 2 saves in the first half. He's added a couple here in the second. McCaw in a race with Eisenberg. And a corner coming up for Carthage. Resendez will take this one. Eisenberg was pleading his case for Augustana, but Carthage now has a chance to go up 4-0. They had 2 goals in the first half and 1 here early in the second that came from Aiden Crowder, the freshman. Freshmen have scored all 3 goals today for the Firebirds. There are 16 on this roster. Resendez now. Goes with the soft pass to Aloyza. Aloyza tees one up, and a goal in front. They call it offsides, though. Mason McCaw found the back of the net, but the line judge says he was too far in front of the ball. Remember, that ball always has to be leading. The ball marks the on and offsides line. So they say McCaw was in there too quickly. Goal is waved off. Justin Cornice. Cornice up against Plants. Darbo tries to take it away for Carthage. For a brief moment, fans here thought that the Firebirds had gone up 4-0. Mason McCaw was on the doorstep. He would have been the 3rd freshman and the 4th goal for Carthage. Lecky now communicating with his defense. As we will have a corner coming for the Vikings. Cornice runs over to take it. Cornice, the freshman from Huntley, Illinois, 5'10", 145. Puts that ball down. Will take this with his left foot. Cornice, low pass in front. Aglaf got a foot on it. Quickly past the end line for another goal kick. 15 minutes gone in half number 2. All Carthage still here on Sunday afternoon. Lecky takes his time, hands on his hips. Waits for the whistle and gets it. Resendez. Got Reuter in front of him. To the outside to Molitor. Wise move to pass it back to Resendez. Resendez trots up. Looking for a home run pass here to Giovanni Guadarrama. McCaw gets in the way of things. Aloyza. Right by that big red Carthage C at midfield. Aloyza, burst of speed, drops it off to his left to Molitor. Molitor in front. McCaw with another chance. This one's wide. Just in front of the 6-yard box. Had the goalkeeper Frank Bow on his backside. As he was thrown off by a beautiful cross from Trevor Molitor. Molitor, 3-time unanimous all-conference selection his sophomore through senior year. Also played basketball for 3 years and ran track and field for 4. He came in as a substitute late in the first half and has been on the pitch since. Iverson looking for Molitor. Molitor tangled up with Cruz. They help each other out. Another throw in coming for Carthage. Resendez, the Naperville native, played under head coach Jim Conrad at Naperville North High School. His team achieved a #1 national ranking by Max Preps back in 2018. Molitor looking for another cross in for Guadarrama on the doorstep. Molitor can't find the back of the net. Cross actually came in from Mickey Riley on the far side. He has 2 goals and an assist. He's been spectacular this afternoon. Mickey. Riley. Shot and score. A hat trick for Mickey Riley here on Sunday afternoon. Makes it 4-0 Carthage.
Firebird goal, by number 19, Mickey Riley, the goal,
Mickey Riley, 2 goals in the first half, 1 here in the second. Has an assist as well. 7-point day for Mickey Riley. He sure wishes that this was an official game. That would look great on the stat sheet. 4-0 Carthage. It's been all Firebirds all day. They had 61% of the possession in the first half. It's felt like that, if not more, here in the second. Aloyza moves through Aglaf and a beautiful pass to the outside to guess who? Mickey Riley. Riley tries a cross all the way over for Molitor. Molitor just in front of the 6. But Cruz does a great job to hustle back on defense. Molitor had a beautiful chance right at the corner of the 6-yard box. McCaw stops and starts. He works his way through. He takes Cruz to the ground violently and an easy foul call on number 3 in white on McCaw. Everyone wants in on the action now, as Carthage has scored 4 goals in just about 70 minutes. Aloyza goes up against Bid Gary. Aloyza now again. Softly passes it to the back line. About halfway gone in the second half. Carthage looking great in the scrimmage today. Probably see some more substitutes coming in for Steve Doman's squad in the next few moments. This Carthage team averaged just 1.45 goals per game in 2019. Just under 14 shots per game at 13.8. We had 8 shots in the first half alone. Already have 2 more goals here in the second. McCaw with a heavy throw into Iverson, back behind, still loose in front. Renfro gets a knee on it, but it goes past the end line. Off of Augustana last, went off of Bid Gary. So Molitor will take this corner. First corner that the freshman has taken. We've seen a lot of Aloyza and Resendez on the corners. Molitor takes this one. Left-footed swing. Just outside the 6. McCaw was there. Aloyza has it now. Aloyza drops it off for Molitor. Molitor with 2 blue jerseys behind him. Over to Cordova. Still loose in front. Frank Bow. Happy that his defender popped that one back, and another corner coming. Mickey Riley now will take it. Carthage moving quickly. Soft pass in front for McCaw. McCaw lets it drop through in front. Hit a blue jersey. A lot of velocity on that kick from McCaw. Here comes a chance for Augustana. Can they get through? Beautiful slide tackle by Cordova. Stops the chance for the Vikings. Chris Plant's still down on the pitch now, grabbing that right shin though. Cordova came in at an angle. It's like a clean slide tackle to me. He was definitely able to get the ball. Looks like they will call this a foul against Carthage and set up a free kick here. Far outside the 18 though, so would need a strong boot from number 2, Grant Reuter. And now they're saying throw in. Reuter will throw it in. No foul on Cordova. Sub checking in for Augustana, as Justin Cornish is relieved of his duties. Number 7 trots to the bench. Trotting on was Alex Sandev. Sandev from Geneva, Illinois. Vikings tied up with the Firebirds again. It was Aglaf and Resendez on the far side. Pops it into the 18. Iverson heads it back out of harm's way. And again, it will stay Augustana possession. Cruz will throw it in this time. Cruz. No problem for Matt Darbo, and back at midfield now. Augustana had just 3 shots in the first half to Carthage's 8. They came from Dispensa, Aglaf, and Sandev. Sandev just checked in as a sub. Of those 3 shots, just 2 were on goal, so Augustana a tough go of it offensively and defensively. Carthage has 4 goals, 3 from Mickey Riley, 1 from Aiden Crowder. Crowder and Riley each with an assist as well. Aloyza back behind for Renfro. Renfro goes far side for Cordova. Cordova in front, too far though. Was looking for Mickey Riley on the receiving end, went past the end line. Foul to midfield. Guadarrama now. Augustana back the other way. Moving right to left across your screen. Cruz trying to break this goalless game so far. Scrimmage, I should say, for the Vikings. Guadarrama in a foot race. Slide tackles against Eisenberg. A bit of a push from both players, and Carthage still has possession. Got to think if Augustana can find the back of the net even just once, they have some positive notes to go off of with head coach Mick Reagan to talk over in practice this week. Next time Augustana will play will be in just 3 days. Wednesday against Illinois Wesleyan. It'll be back at home at 7 p.m. Carthage on the other side will take on Carroll in an exhibition on the road on Tuesday. Cruz with Molitor in front of him. Sandev freshly checked in for Justin Cornish. Big boot into the 18 off the foot of Anderson. Anderson has been that left back trying to help get it into the offensive third for the Vikings. Sandev back to Bid Gary. Riley. Aglaf now circling around. Tries to work his way in. Tangled up with Iverson. Whistle goes against Aglaf. Iverson has been rock solid at that center back spot. 2018 Illinois Gatorade Player of the Year. His father Dan won 3 national championships in cross country at a CCIW school. He went to North Central College. Lecky waits for his teammates to move to the far side. Finds Mickey Riley. Molitor now. Dispensa. And a foul called against Carthage. Yellow card issued, first of the afternoon that I've seen. There were no yellow cards in the first half. That one goes against Mason McCaw. McCaw, the freshman who also played with Galaxy Soccer Club. Handful of players have played their club soccer there. McCaw was also All-State his senior year at Oswego High School in Illinois. Free kick at about midfield. Booted in by Sauerhaug, and you can see that strong leg that he has. Carthage again quickly takes it away. Guadarrama looking up for McCaw, who just got the yellow card. So he's on thin ice now for the remaining 18:50 of this contest. Thanks for joining us here at Art Keller Field. David Korzeniowski and the rest of our Firebirds crew here with you. Carthage looking great on the pitch today. 4 goals in their exhibition against Augustana. 2 in the first half, both from Mickey Riley. First goal of the second half was from Aiden Crowder, and then another to finish off the hat trick for Riley. Plants moves in. Cross. Best chance so far today. Sandev couldn't get his foot on it and punch it in. Corner coming for Augustana. Can they find the back of the net? It's been elusive all afternoon long. Sandev will take this corner. Sandev, high boot with the left leg, headed by Carthage first, back to midfield. Whistle against Augustana, one against Bid Gary, the defenseman, and Carthage will settle it down once again. Renfro moves his way through to Mickey Riley. Riley, the hat trick here this afternoon. Younger brother of Kevin Riley, was a starting defenseman in 2019. Kevin had 16 starts and 1 goal in the 2019 season. Mickey Riley, again, some great footwork. Moves his way toward the end line and forces another corner off of Jacob Eisenberg. Resendez will trot over to take this corner. A couple subs coming in for Carthage and Augustana alike. Salah Aglaf checks off. One of the co-captains, his day is done. Conrad Bolster also checking in for Carthage. Resendez will take the corner. Can they get a fifth? Resendez, strong boot, backside of the 18. Fielded by Darbo, but Darbo can't find a teammate. Augustana streaking back the other way as the sun peeks out of the clouds that have been rolling through over the past half hour plus. Riley against Sauerhaug on the far sideline. Goes off of Carthage. Reuter. Trevor Molitor on him like glue as Plants gets it on the far side of the 6 but can't control it. And it'll set up another goal kick for Christian Leckie. Leckie had 43 saves in 2019. He had 8 saves 3 times against Hope, Lake Forest, and University of Chicago. 21 career shutouts in high school for Leckie. He's played great today. Hasn't been tested too much by this Augustana offense. Riley finds Molitor. Molitor fields it with the right leg. Can he get a cross in? Well defended by Sauerhaug. Molitor still has it. Twisting and turning. Augustana tries to keep it in. Guadarrama settles it down just in front of the Carthage bench. 15 minutes left in this contest. Carthage well on their way to a scrimmage victory. Remember, this is not an official CCIW game. Will not go into the record book or the stat sheet, so Mickey Riley will need another hat trick sometime soon. Mauricio Cruz throws it in. Reuter pops it over on one hop to the bleachers on the far side here at Art Keller Field. Carthage looks like a much stronger team, at least based on the display here today. These two teams, remember, were tied for 6th in the conference in 2019 at 3-4-1 in the CCIW. They trailed North Park, North Central, Illinois Wesleyan, Elmhurst, and Wheaton. Can Carthage move their way up in the standings this year and beyond? Again, no official results for either of these teams in the conference so far this year. Garduño has checked in for Carthage. Freshman from Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin, gives it away. Augustana has it now. Grant Reuter. Just over 13 minutes for Augustana to try to get rid of that 0 in the score column. Christian Leckie trying to pitch another shutout. Leckie, the MVP of his team in high school his senior year. He went to Lake Park. Big boot from Cruz. Cruz works up to the attacking third. Sandev settles it down, tries to find Sandev again. Bolster. Cordova spins around. Mickey Riley, the man with the hat trick. Miscommunication with Noah Smedja, who has checked in again in the second half. He came in as a sub in the first as well. Bolster pops it back up and out of play. Cade Wilson. Excuse me, that was Anderson for Augustana. Sandev waits for the whistle against Carthage. He gets it a little bit late on Conrad Bolster. Sandev's been great off the bench. He had a shot in the first half. Called his name a lot since he's checked in here in the second. This will set up a free kick. Solid chance for Augustana now with under 12 minutes left. Likely can't get 4 goals, but can they get 1? 4-man wall for Carthage is in front of Reuter. He's got Sandev to his right as well. Sandev fakes the take. Reuter tries to chip it in, headed away by Mickey Riley. Low cross is wide off of Augustana. It was Bitgary who sent it wide to the left side of Leckie. Leckie now trots back out. He'll take another goal kick. Leckie to exactly midfield, right at the center of the Big Red C here at Art Keller. Omar Cordova back behind to the back line. Carthage will just settle things down now for the final 10+ minutes and take the chances as they come. Did not take them long to strike. Carthage finding a goal from Mickey Riley in the 7-minute mark and then another in the 33-minute mark. That's how the first half ended. They added 2 more as Smeja tries to find a lane for a shot, but it was blocked. Aiden Crowder found a goal, assisted by Mickey Riley. And then Riley finished off the hat trick for a 7-point afternoon to make it 4-0. Mickey Riley now puts Matt Tinker in a blender. Riley still has it. Smeja tries across and another corner. Goes off of Eisenberg again. Eisenberg in that back line for the Vikings have had a tough go of it. Resendez will just walk over and take this. Why not? Take a few extra ticks off the clock. Resendez gets the whistle, takes it with the left foot. High boot, well past the end of the 6, headed back and forth. Augustana gets it out of dodge for now. Cordova now up against Plants. Plants tries to move past with Sandev, and Cordova, big smile on his face as he takes the ball back away from Augustana. Eisenberg more and more frustrated on that back line. He had his right arm wrapped completely around the chest of Noah Smeja. Didn't really make a difference as another slide tackle from Bolster. Sandev is down. Grabbing his right foot, and he pops back up. Another yellow card issued against Carthage. This one goes against Bolster. Bolster and McCaw each with yellow cards here in half number 2. Eisenberg. Leckie. To the outside. A couple more subs in here for Carthage. That was Brendan Baugrad for the Firebirds. Aglev has checked back in. Thought he came out as a sub earlier. Sandev saves it on the near sideline. He's got Cordova in front of him. Cordova had his hands behind his back in case he got inside the 18. Want to avoid that handball at all costs. They've been pretty clean in that respect so far today. Looks like Iverson is down for Carthage. Clock has stopped as he might be cramping up right now. He's grabbing the back of that left leg. Teammates doing some physical therapy right now, shaking out his legs, helping him out. They're calling a trainer over. This is a first. 5-6 teammates trying to help out their teammate on the pitch. Again, signaling over for a coach or a trainer. Now a couple will walk out to Iverson at the edge of the 18. We'll We'll step aside briefly during this injury timeout. 8:15 left in the second half. Carthage up on Augustana 4-0. Colin Iverson has checked out. Walked over with a limp. Slightly gimpy on that right leg. We are set to resume play here in the second half. Clock resumes. Iverson is off the pitch, and the lead is still 4-0 for Carthage here at Art Keller Field on Sunday afternoon. Scrimmage between the Vikings and the Firebirds has been all Carthage since the jump. Cruz sprinting his way back, pressured by Baugred for Carthage. Iverson getting checked out on the sideline now for the Firebirds. Remember how great he's been defensively for Carthage, 6'5", 200 pounds. Gatorade Player of the Year back in 2018 in the state of Illinois. Made it really tough on the Vikings offense. Could barely get anything going. They had just 3 shots in the first half. Baugred chips it up ahead for Smedja. Baugred and Smedja again, 2 subs who came in here in the second. Smedja tried to find a feed to Barton Krumpos, but misfired and sent it into the awaiting gloves of Frank Bow, the freshman goalkeeper for Augustana. Bow drops the ball to his right foot, sends it all the way towards the attacking third for the Vikings. Baugred now. Tied up with Guadarrama. Reuter. Anderson. Garduno.
Yeah, so I left the house and I didn't.
Whistle against Carthage, and Augustana will have it with 6:30 left. Carthage has looked great today. Steve Doman in his 26th season has to be pleased. On the other side, Mick Reagan and Augustana can go back to the drawing board and look over some film here today. Baugred keeps it in on the far side, streaking his way up through midfield. Ton of open space in front of him, feeds it back to Mickey Riley. If you're just joining us, you missed a show from Mickey Riley. He put on 3 goals and an assist today for 7 points. Garduno tries a chip shot, and Bow with the save.
And they're like, I'm like, excuse me, can you read those jerseys, please?
Frankie Bow from Chicago, Illinois, just about an hour south of Kenosha, right on the shore of Lake Michigan. Wanted a handball on Arnold Arevalo for Carthage. Augustana did not get the call, though, as play continues. Over 5 minutes left now. One more sub coming in. This is Mickey Riley, who will trot off after an outstanding performance today. 7 points for the freshman Riley brother. Checking in for him is Kyle Lang, the freshman midfielder, 5'10", 170, from right here in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, neighboring town to Kenosha, right by I-94. Arevalo slows it down on the back line. Tumbling over was Garduno. Carthage still has it. Smedja tries to track it down, but Sauerhaug is there, and Bow corrals it. Bumps into Smedja. Smedja tried to sell it a little bit. Bow not too amused. Smedja blows a kiss and play continues. 4:30 left. 4-0 the score. This one's been pretty lopsided, so Augustana happy that this is a scrimmage. Augustana has 2 more games at home against Illinois Wesleyan and North Central College. They'll go on the road one more time to North Park as well. Carthage still has a handful of games on the docket. Coming up is a game at Carroll on Tuesday. They'll go on the road to the reigning CCIW regular season champs in North Park next Friday. Korzeniowski been all over the ball here at midfield. Smedja. Nifty footwork, works his way through, tripped up though. Again, no whistle. Smedja went down at around the same spot on Frankie Bow, the goalie for the Vikings. Aglav tries to chip it up ahead to Sandev. Sandev is there on the outside of the 18, tries a cross in front. Nobody home. Guadarrama is there. Sends it back to Bowgrid at midfield. Cruz gets to it first. Just over 3 minutes left.
I'm like literally picturing everything you're making. I'm like, so And then what was for dessert?
Arevala gets the whistle as the guilty party for Carthage, and Augustana will have another chance or two. Big boot from Sauerhaug all the way towards Leckie in goal, punched away by the right hand of the goalkeeper. Still in bounds somehow. They do say that it in fact went past the end line. Head referee grabs the ball. Has a word with Omar Cordova. Tells Sandev to back off. And the clock stops now with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. Goes all the way into Leckie as the goal came off of its official position. Trying to fix that right now. Head referee now talking with Chris Plants of Augustana. Sandev's been practicing his footwork, waiting for this play to resume. Cordova gets to it first. Play resumes on the dropped ball from the head referee. 2 minutes left now. Cruz to Dispensa. Dispensa to Sauerhaug. Garduño at midfield. Augustana works their way through. Carthage, from the moment that this game started, asserted themselves offensively, had most of the possession in the first half. Knotted up 4 goals. Defensively, Augustana has struggled to stop that Carthage offense and to force turnovers and clean passes in the midfield. Again, just a scrimmage here in the CCIW in spring of 2021 as we hit 1 minute left. Carthage will pick up a great performance here today. Home run shot from Matt Darbo is high and wide. Frankie Bow will wait for the go code from the referee here. One more sub. Let's get him in for 44.9 seconds. What do you say? It is Noah Smedja who comes out, and Jesus Rivera, who comes in. Bow boots it towards midfield, and the clock resumes for the final 45 seconds. Grupos outside. Can Carthage get one more here with some of the subs in? Nice move by Gardino to step inside. Spin move by Aglaf. Over to Sandev on the near side. Hat trick from Mickey Riley, as well as an assist. The last goal coming from Aiden Crowder has been the difference. Carthage, a end-to-end performance, wire-to-wire victory. Squadarama sends it past the end line, and the final horn sounds. Carthage wins this CCIW scrimmage by a score of 4-0. Mickey Riley with the hat trick. Aiden Crowder with a goal as well. Christian Leckie in goal with a shutout. That'll wrap up our coverage here from Art Keller Field on this Sunday afternoon. For our producer John Voinovich and the rest of our outstanding crew here at Carthage College, I'm David Korzeniowski saying so long. Your final score is Carthage 4, Augustana 0. Have a great Sunday, everybody, and be sure to tune in to more Carthage sports on live.carthage.edu.